Make sure you subscribe. I'm almost at 90,000 subscribers, so I really need you to hit that subscribe button. Click like, click subscribe. That's how I feed my family. I got a new baby. Y'all need to help me, man. I bought some Palantir for a trade. Quantum Complex is down a little. Contemplating covering at least some, maybe rotating into the BTQ, LAES, those shorts, because it's over for those guys. I'm irresponsibly long Sarepta. My average, according to this, is 16, which doesn't seem totally right, but I bought some earlier this morning at the crack of dawn as well. I said click subscribe. You got to click subscribe, all right? You don't click subscribe, I'm not going live again. Yeah, Sarepta announced that a trial for 2 of their drugs failed, but I don't think it matters. Overreacting. I don't think Burry is relevant. I fade Burry all day long. We buy Palantir. I don't really determine fair value for options. That's not my job, but Godel has something called OVME. Yeah, I bought more Sarepta. Yeah, Burry is a nobody compared to 𝗥𝗡𝗅𝗏. I don't know, Paul. That's what I'm trying to guess at, but it's just guessing, so you can't. QURE, I don't know. It seems like the FDA will probably bend over there. But yeah, I bought Palantir at 190. So right now, right here, basically. I think it's going to go up. I think this Burry rally, definitely not. I mean, it's not a good sign that Palantir had great numbers and stock still went down, but it's also not. HIMS is up. If the move holds, it's bad, but I think you get a quick recovery. I don't know much about Value Investors Club. I don't know. The numbers are really good. Yeah, I don't do too much in the options world, but once all of our options suite is built out, I'm going to maybe do a little bit more, show you guys how I like to move. But, you know, when it comes to options, I don't do them on a quantitative basis. I just kind of, yeah, I'm just trying to amplify a longer, a short or something. I'm not really, you know, trying to do a Black-Scholes valuation. I mean, most options are going to be in a reasonable Black-Scholes range. There are too many market makers. There are too many quants. It's kind of a good thing. You kind of can't get too ripped off on options anymore. It used to be, you know, a little more dangerous. Yeah, maybe I'll buy a little 𝗏𝗏𝗏 too. I know a little bit about Value Investing Club, but I don't know. It seems to me like a very, I don't know, one, value investing is kind of ill-defined. I don't know if Sarepta is an acquisition target. I try not to think about companies as acquisition targets. You know, that's, to me, a little cringe. You know, there's not that much M&A in pharma, maybe eventually, but it's not like anybody's, yeah, we're all value investors, exactly. Would love to see $20 Sarepta. I don't think we're going to get that today, but we'll see. I don't know if I can vote. I'm a felon. Otherwise, I should. Yeah, Sarepta is very cheap. I don't think we have to do the napkin math, but I guess I could do it in my head. PMO is around $1 billion. And Elevidys is around 500, so 1.5 billion in revenue. I would put a 5x multiple on that, to be honest. But even if you want to be conservative and do 3x multiple, that's 5 billion. That's a $50 stock. And you have a pipeline, but that is balanced by the risks of, okay, do PMOs, 2/3 of PMOs are at risk. I'm assuming that there's some PMO revenue ex-US, so it's not all at risk. Sarepta's down 9. I mean, it could recover if people shake off the bad news, because the bad news was kind of expected. I don't know, to me, so I'm a little surprised. So it depends on what'll happen. The market could recover as well. Palantir numbers were great. I don't see the, you know, why we're down. It could be one of these things where the market's just finally decided everything's too expensive or something. I don't know, but I think the rally's not done yet. Yeah, I like Spruce. Spruce is good. I don't know much about Corning. Yeah, I don't know what to make of QURE. It's kind of complicated. Like, I feel like the FDA will probably change their mind, but I don't know. Maybe I'll buy back in. Options are real time on Godel. Isn't Novartis paying for a DM1 drug, not a DMD drug? The main product there was DM1, right? The DMD was earlier, right? They had an exon skipper too, but yeah, Clavador knows. I have a pretty good understanding of CapEx, yes. Yeah, it's the most important part of business. Yeah, FDA is total mess. Hume is still a disaster. Yeah, I got a little bit of that filled in this morning, Pio. Do you think Quantum's going to drop today? I think all eyes are on Palantir. I mean, Palantir's starting to come back already. Whose earnings tonight? Sarepta had good earnings. They had a bad phase 3 result. We'll look at Resolute. That's from the open here. My average on Sarepta is 16. That seems too good to be true. This system's a little hard to work with. Okay, here we go. I like quintuple down, which you should not do. Don't do that at home. Yeah, I see some of my orders. 1574, 1530, 1599, 1610, 1675, Sometimes you get lucky just trading in and out, and I've definitely gotten lucky trading in and out. I am down 5% attribution on Sarepta since inception. Make it 3%, which is very lucky considering the stock's done nothing but nosedive. Sometimes trading, it's funny, but trading, you know, kind of like sometimes it'll improve your returns and sometimes it'll reduce your returns depending on, I don't know what it is, luck, insight, something. Might see my P&L go up a bit here on the open just because I have a lot of puts in quantum. And I don't think those get marked right away on this system, but I don't know. Also, some of you guys out there making fun of me, I don't appreciate that. That makes me sad. Every now and then, you guys make fun of me. It hurts. I need $1,000 bill just for the haters. All right, Palantir is, I think it's all eyes on Palantir. If Palantir ends up today, I kind of think it will. The one-eyed trader. Still going to buy a little more Palantir. Getting irresponsible. This is just beta, by the way. I mean, I don't have any alpha on Palantir. I just a little bit want to hedge out my beta risk. How's my quantum doing? Quantum's rallying. Just as I suspected. Okay, wait. I see a red candle. Red candle bad. Red candle get bigger. Red candle grow. Okay, red candle shrink. Red candle shrink. Whew. I really think Palantir is going to rally. I just don't trust Burry at all, man. You guys know how many successful traders there have been on Wall Street? It's because they made a move. Some art school nerd thought it was fun to make a movie about him. Oh, green candle. Ooh. Oh, green candle go up. Sorry for all my Asian friends. They are Japanese candlesticks. The Japanese did invent candlesticks, to be fair. Yeah, like I said, Burry would not be a mid-level employee at Citadel. Right? So just think on that for a minute. Okay, really nice trade on Sarepta for me. Might lock in a tiny, tiny amount of gains, just cause. Closing in on 400% here. Good turn of events for Shkreli Capital. See the number on the upper right corner. 200,000 account value represents up 400%, which is about a 5x for anybody. Gonna short some BTQ, rotate a little bit of the well-known quantum stocks more into like a BTQ, just because it's kind of one of these stocks you're not afraid to short because it's such an irrelevant company. D-Wave is rallying for some reason. Anything on the tape on D-Wave? Oh, just all of quantum is rallying, I suppose. I think the Sarepta rally is encouraging. It probably will keep going. But, you know, let me see if it's that trade I made. I sold some at 1685 and 1709. So Schwab says otherwise. I sold a Biohaven, but I'm gonna buy some back. Let me buy some right now, actually. Been meaning to do that. I also have another stock I'm looking at. Let me message it in Godel just because I want to give the Godel people who pay good money the first crack. It's a new biotech stock I like. I'm still researching it, so you know it's not like a screaming buy just yet. But I'm still looking into it. Up like 390% here. The Palantir trade starting to work a little bit. Market is recovering some of its losses, down 75 bips here. Sarepta hovering around 17. So 14 is some change this morning. Maybe 1450. Okay, yeah. Palantir 192. Closing in on that big number. I'm sure you guys can see it in the upper right hand corner. I don't think I can make it bigger. I can remove that. Don't need that. Don't need cash and sweep vehicle, whatever that is. But I don't think I could change the, oh, look at that. Look at that, 199, 199, 200. Sorry, are we going to ignore the martingale last night on Sarepta? What do you mean? That was a big W. My average is, let's see what my averages are. 16 in this account and 1485 in my other account. Wait, what you call martingale, I call opportunistic, aggressive buying. You got to learn the difference. My portfolio is pretty simple. It's short the quantum stocks, long Sarepta, long Palantir, long Spruce. That's really it. In one account, yeah. Well, I was up this early this morning buying. Yeah, I mean, increasing your position when the position goes against you is not some sin. I think you have to just know when to do it and know when not to. In this case, you know, I do believe there's value in Sarepta. Yeah, you have to be smart. I mean, generally you don't, as I said just yesterday, I said the biggest mistake in trading is losers average losers. You're a loser if you have a stock in your portfolio that's going against you and you want to buy more. That's a loser move 90% of the time. But if that were true, the corollary that follows immediately would be that momentum always works and nothing mean reverts. That's obviously not true. Otherwise, every single downtick would be followed by a drop to infinity. And every single uptick would be followed by a rise to Valhalla. That we know that's not the way the stock market works. One has to be somewhat smart about how they apply these quote unquote rules. There's just so much that only so much you can take these rules. You also have to have your convictions and opinions, and knowing when to break the rules and knowing when to make the rules. It's up to you. Squeege, it really is and I think you're highlighting the point of this, which is like, it is a little silly. I think if you're a trader and you're trading frequently, it is in your best interest to avoid turning your trades into investments, right? You don't want to be sitting there saying, well, I think the stock will go up $1 and that's why I'm in it. And then all of a sudden it goes down $2 and you say, oh, I'm staying in. Because the whole point of trading is that you're capitalizing on the velocity of your money moving in and out. You're not trying to, selling some Palantir, I have too much. You're basically making like what you think are 55% probability bets. And if you are making those bets, when you're wrong, trying to force it to be right is not smart. If you're willing to hold on to a stock for a year and wait because you feel there's a lot of value. We did this already once with Sarepta. I don't think there's anything too wrong with that. It is definitely risky and dangerous. You're basically saying, I'm willing to buy risk units for uncertain reward units. That's something that, anytime you're putting risk on the table at all, you have to be concerned and, kind of careful. But at the same time, this is our business. This is the business we're in. This is the business we've chosen. Okay, quantum is starting to slip again, which is very bearish. It makes me wonder what I should do with Palantir, to be honest. Maybe dump it, get back in later. I still have some. I can get back in later. Things are looking a little ugly. And again, I could be wrong. Palantir could be 195 any second now, but I bought at 186, so I don't really care. About 410% now. Very lucky. I've had this like fake rally. It's very bearish. If you try to rally and then you can't rally, that's makes a lot of baggies. That's a recipe for serious bagatosis. Man, I really want to play music sometimes on stream. Like right now, I really want to play some Rick Ross, but like I know that YouTube will crucify me. So it's like really frustrating because don't be scared to get to the money at all times. Don't be scared to get to the money at all times.
To the money at all times. I went to sleep 3 a.m. I was back up at 6:30. Excited. No excuses. My bad. Don't be scared to get to the money at all times. I went to sleep 3 a.m. I was back up at 6:30.
Excited. 𝗥𝗚, 𝗀𝗎𝗍, they stay down. Yeah, I dumped my Palantir. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I tried to short BTQ and I missed it. Okay, the market is not going in, clearing the old highs there. Bought a tiny little Sarepta back after I sold some at 1750. Momentum's not picking up though. 𝗥𝗚's down, 𝗀𝗎𝗍's down, quantum's down. Doesn't feel like a big rally here. I think the people who put out like their price to sales justifications for why Palantir is expensive, they make me laugh. Talking about price to sales. Don't trade the stupid triple leveraged ETFs. Just even asking that tells me you're brokey. Wow, Palantir really rocking. Reefs, I don't know why you keep asking me. Are you a Godel customer? Yes, I recommended the Market Wizards books a long time ago. Yeah, if you have $5,000, just go somewhere else. That's a month of rent for you. Just go somewhere else. Don't come here, man. You're ruining the vibe. Jensen's not a quantum fan. Do you think Jensen is a quantum fan? You think Jensen is building a quantum computer? With his $5 trillion company? That's what he's doing? A lot to learn, dog. Yeah, you can start a fund with 70. 70's a lot. Just some advice to people starting out. This is not a place for people starting out. Hit the X button. That's my advice. Press X, exit, Alt F4, pull the power plug from your computer. I've done some degen things in my life. I'm not proud of them. Talking about quantum use case. Why don't you get yourself a use case? I think I'm Michael Burry. No, I don't think I'm a washed up one-hit wonder. I know how to invest and build things. Michael Burry is in a movie. That's it. That doesn't make a great investor.
We were expecting there was going to be some strategic investment by the government, and instead, we're getting this. They're funding the national labs, which are great, but they don't have anything to do with. I thought we were going to get strategic stockpile ownership stakes by Trump, was going to personally shake the hands of every quantum company. So if you're long, what the f you have to look forward to now? This was the last catalyst. This was it. This was supposed to save you. You quantum baggy you. I see you. I see you out there. You guys scared me. You really convinced me there was going to be a government announcement that we were going to do quantum computing. Really convinced me. What'd we get? $625 million to our national labs? I thought Trump was going to come glaze everybody. Less quantum. They announced this 5 years ago. This is the same recycled news. They had to do something for the baggies. Please, quantum. Please, Mr. Trump, do something for quantum. Please. Trump, they're going to take my house. Okay, make something up. Find something Biden did, and let's pretend we did it. D-Wave CEO's on TV the other day begging, Trump, please, nobody's buying our computers, please. Can you do it? Can you do it for us? Do it for America. Aren't you a Canadian company? Wait a second. Is he Canadian? He's Canadian. We're not buying any kneelers. We need good old-fashioned American quantum. Not D-Wave. Go back to your country. You, Nicolo, come here. What's your company again? Ion Jew? Yes. Okay, well. Did you say that Jensen, you're gonna beat Jensen? My friend Jensen Huang? Did you say you were gonna beat Jensen? We have a video. You said you were gonna beat Jensen. Nicolo, you're fired. Shouldn't have said that about Jensen. That's a big mistake, big mistake. They make big mistakes, these CEOs. They don't know what they're doing. Do they know what they're doing? No, they don't know what they're doing. Department of Energy, let's see what they have to say about quantum. Global AI leadership, where is the quantum? Where is it? I don't see it. I see coal plants. I told you to make an announcement about quantum. Where is it? I don't see it. Quantum science. Let me look on X, Elon's thing. It's not as good as truth. It's not as good, but let me look. They must have said something on X. They must have said something. Let's see. Department of Energy. Go ahead, type that in, Baron. What does it say? Read it to me, please. DOE announces $625 million. That's a lot of money, folks. That's a lot of money. $625 million to advance national quantum. That's what they're talking about. Everybody's talking about it, sir. We want to talk to you about quantum. Quantum this, quantum that. I said, I don't even know what that word means. What is it? Quantum? To $625 million to advance national quantum information science research centers. The DOE today announced I just said that. In funding to renew its 5 national quantum information science.
Top news alert. Trump's shadow looms over key state elections as voters pick governors and New York mayor.
Is that AOC? QIS, Quantum Information Science. Research centers originally established under the National Quantum Initiative Act, signed into law by our administration, in December 2018. Not Biden. Worst president in American history, by the way. The renewal of DOE's National Quantum Information Science Research Centers advances our directive to restore American leadership in quantum science and technology. The DOE is aligning its quantum research enterprise with national priorities, focusing resources on advancing critical R&D
across the American QIS, that stands for quantum, strengthening the quantum innovation ecosystem, accelerating discoveries that power next-generation technologies, and securing American leadership in quantum computing, hardware, and applications. I asked Jensen, is this quantum thing real? He said, President Trump, with all due respect, it's not real. He said that. He said that to me. I know. I said, well, Jensen, if you know it's not real, and Elon made fun of it too, then I guess it's not real. What are we doing here anyway? I don't know. Anyway, President Trump positioned... Oh, please glaze. Please go ahead and glaze me. Thank you. President Trump positioned America to lead the world in quantum science and technology. Thank you for the glaze. That's good. Glaze a little harder, please. A new frontier for scientific discovery lies before us. That's right. Thicker, please. Even thicker than that. That was good, but I'd like you to glaze harder.
Breakthroughs in quantum information sciences have the potential to revolutionize the ways we sense, communicate, and compute, sparking entirely new technologies and industries. Thank you, President Trump.
No problem. No problem. I know I did it all. Yes, that's because I'm the best. The renewal of DOE's National Quantum Information Science Research Centers. That was really an average glaze. That wasn't that good. That was mediocre. But I appreciate it. Dario. What kind of name is that anyway? Are you friends with Marco? Secure our advantage in pioneering the next generation of scientific and engineering needed for this technology. No D-Wave allowed. No ion. What do you call it again? What's the name of the company? Ion what? Oh yes, Q, of course, for quantum. Each NQISRC, that's a mouthful. That's really a mouthful. Supports fundamental science and disruptive potential across quantum computing, simulation, networking, and sensing. Develops unique tools, equipment, and instrumentation that unlock transformative new QoS capabilities. We're talking about Brookhaven. We're talking about Fermi National Lab. We're talking about Argonne, Lawrence, Oak Ridge. That's a good one. That's my favorite. Oak Ridge, you go there, they're very impressive people. Very impressive. Total funding, $625 million for 5 years. $125 a year, that's $625. I know that from business. I did a lot of business. I was very rich. I'm very rich now. I don't need to be here. DOE may cancel negotiations and rescind the selection for any reason during that time. I have to give myself that out. I have to do it. I have to give it to myself. So, we're not actually doing anything with any companies. I'm sorry. It's over for you hoes. That's what I like to say. It's over. No ions, no traps, no annealers. Sorry we got your hopes up with that journal article, but you have quantum beverage. Can I have some now? I heard you have the beverages. Is that your company? Oh no, you're the Canadian annealer. You know that kid Shkreli? He told me none of this works. I said, I know it doesn't work. That's not what we're here for. We're here to stimulate the economy, Martin. But you don't know that. You're too stupid to know that. That's what I told him.